no-show because Joe is starting at the front of the pack, so we'll get ready as they approach the restart zone. Get ready to go green for the first time here in the Pummu Stock Car Championship. A good start, 3 wide, almost 4, they are 4 wide for the lead. Daniel doesn't get the run on the outside though, but they're still going to be 4 wide towards the back. Now only 3 wide. Pumpkin and Joe stop outside for the lead as they go around turns 3 and 4, a very short lap, as we are already on lap 2 here. I think contact between Joe and Slippy, but they get away with it. And Pumpkin will have the lead here in Nashville. 4 wide towards the back, it reduces to 3 wide. Big contact into the wall. FBI's into the inside wall. That's going to hold up Trainwreck as well. But they're going to be able to keep it going. And Joe and Slippy will fight for 3rd place here as they go on to lap 4. And oh, Slippy's around! On the front stretch. Daniel around as well. Towards the back of the field, he's almost a lap down. Not far from it. No caution. Trainwreck, who's currently 4-1, is going to be spun around in front of the pack. Still only him around, so still no caution will be called unless he gets collected. Slippy, I think, has spun on his own in turn 1. He's on, but Retro's definitely sending it in. Now he has the inside line. Does he have to run though? Oh, FBI into the outside wall. Oh, that's going to be 2 calls around. I think this is going to be caution. It's Retro and FBI. And we are under caution on the back. FBI and Retro battling. Retro finally got on FBI's inside and just wasn't able to keep it under control. And they both went around. And since it's not clearly marked, and Pumpkin will retain the lead out of the pit lane, but Joe will be into P2. TD will be in P3, and I believe Race Control might have pressed the wrong button there. And here we go, and I think FBI into the inside wall. He's already around. I think Slippy and FBI had some contact. TD's down the inside of Pumpkin. Bell's out of it, though. Didn't want to force his way into the lead. He's going to go far down the order because of that lift. And I think Retro might have just been able to move Pumpkin out of the way, get on his inside. Joe makes contact with Pumpkin, hits the wall, but they're able to keep it going. But now Joe will have the lead, and Miaton will be back into P2. Pumpkin, I think, might be able to hold on. Yep, Pumpkin has managed to get a better run than Miaton. He'll hold on to P2 as Retro sends it to Owen Slick. Slick and Trainwreck have wrecked on the backstretch, and they're going to get collected by FBI. And all by himself, Covers has revived himself, and he's able to keep it going. And we are green again. I think there might have been a bit of... Oh, Pumpkin looking for the inside lane of FBI. He's not going to get it, though. They're 3 wide for 5th place, I think. And 3 wide behind that as well. But FBI and Joe all by themselves, battling side by side for the lead, but I think FBI has a better run. Oh, they make contact into the wall. That's gonna give Pumpkin the lead. The FBI spins around again. Oh, no. And that will put Pumpkin up into the lead. No caution for that, of course. TD will have P2. Joe will have P3. And Daniel and Miaton and Retro and Trainwreck, I think, are making contact in the back, battling for P4. Slippy gets a warning behind him, but I don't think it's going to work. Both of these lanes work really well. There isn't a preferred lane. And actually, TD actually got a much better run on the outside. And actually tries to cut off Retro, but Retro shoves his nose down the inside and continues to hold on to this battle. No matter what TD does to try and scare off Retro, it has not worked, and now Retro moves up into P3, but TD gets a much better run, and will probably try to cut him off. No, he won't. He's learned better this time. Pumpkin leads by a comfortable margin. Joe leads from 3rd place by a comfortable margin as well, and Retro has had a much better turn 1 and 2, and will get P3 from TD, and Miaton looked to capitalize on it as well, but didn't do it. TD sends it into the corner. Tries to get an overtake done, doesn't work, but he will have the inside. of Retro on lap 35 here. Miaton has caught right up to this battle as well, so don't be too surprised when he gets a part of this battle. So a little less side-by-side action from the two, as Miaton shoves his way through the inside. Oh, contact into the wall! That's gonna put Miaton and TD into the wall. That's gonna covers into the back of TD. And that's gonna put Daniel and Covers right up into this battle for, well, almost a podium. Not quite though. Daniel goes in under the onto the apron to try and make turn 3 and 4. So they are fighting for every inch of this track. Naturally, Retro, I think I'll have to keep eyes on his gap to Joe ahead, but he might be starting to catch up. Slick says he's gonna be retiring, sitting with the reasoning of throttle input. They're 3 wide for 5th place, just behind Miaton as they go through turn 1, and Daniel shoves TD into the outside wall. And TD's around. Joe has caught up with Retro. And actually, Retro into the outside wall. What has happened? He's suddenly just stopped. That's going to put Joe back ahead of him by a decent margin. That's going to put Miaton right on his tail. I'm not sure what happened to Retro there. It was just like all of his inputs just completely stopped. Pumpkin will still be in the lead, but Retro has regained. Okay, Joe has impaled himself on a pit wall, so I think that's lovely moment. Joe has just sort of done a lap in the wall, and I think has tried to go completely around, and is completely around on the exit of turn 4. And I can tell you right now that that was not intentional. We're heading towards the end of this race, and Joe is probably giving it everything on these brand new tires to try and even think about stealing the win from Pumpkin. Lap 72 here in Nashville, and Joe continuing to gain, continuing to gain on Pumpkin as we head into the final laps of this race. But I think Pumpkin might be able to hold on to it unless he does something just horrific. And yes, he will. Pumpkin will be the winner of your clash in Nashville. And Joe will hold on to P2.